Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. Today's video, my 2014 Wrangler JKU. I'm going to be installing some core 4x4 control arms in the rear. There they are right there, all packaged up, ready to go. There's many ways that you can do this. I'm doing a whole bunch of things to my rear end. I'm rebuilding the suspension. That's why I'm jacking it up, putting it on jack stands. Then I'm going to take the tire off. This makes it a little bit easier to get in there on the control arms. Do you need to take tire off? Probably not. If you have a lift, probably make it easier. So hopefully your bolts will come out without any kind of issues. If you live in the Rust Belt, they could be seized, and that could turn out to be a nightmare. So right now I got the control arms lined up. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it out. I like to check, see if there's anti-seize, and there was a little bit of anti-seize on there, but I'm putting some more anti-seize just in case sometime in the future, if I ever have to make some adjustments, they're not going to be seized, and I won't be a sad panda if that happens. So as you see right there, I'm putting a bolt in one end, and then I am lining it up so it'll be the exact length. And then boom, she is lined up, ready to install. So now I'm sticking in the lower control arm. This is where it's going to be a little bit tricky. You only do one at a time. You don't remove them all. So I got one bolt in. If you noticed, I put anti-seize on it. And we're going to leave all the bolts loose until the very end. So I got it in place. I need to stick the other side in with the Johnny joint. And I'm just using the pin bar, which is one method because I am actually fairly close. So I'm trying to use the pin bar to see if I can just tweak it a little bit to line it up. And what I'm doing right here is I use an impact driver to drive the bolt home because it was so close. Sometimes that could fail and it won't work out as well. If you can see, but that hole's kind of out right there. But what I did is I ground down that bolt. So I'm hoping. This is an old one I can sacrifice. Try to get it aligned. So I ground it down further. Gives me a better point. I can hopefully get started and suck that back. Otherwise I'll have to get the come along. Alright, I drove it home, but let's open it. Hoping, see, doing that trick. This one here, I'll get started, and it'll go right in. Oops. Now it's time for the removal of the upper control arms. Those were the original. I was kind of worried that they're going to be seized, but they did come out. They broke out all right. The upper one's a little awkward to get at, but as you can see, I just got it out. Sticking the new one in. If you notice in the video clip, when I first was sticking it in, I had it in backwards, so I had to flip it around so the curve goes to the inside, as I'm pointing out in the video. And I'm just getting the bolts lined up. Tapping the Johnny joints and such into place. And like I said before, we leave everything loose until we're all done. Everything is in place. We got our jam nuts there. Get anti-seize them or Loctite them. And then lastly, you want to torque everything down to the proper spec. As you can see, it's on jack stands, so it's under load. And there you are. Lower control arms are installed. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below and check out my JK playlist for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.